Hi guys, you're back again with the Vapinvader. Today for review, the Suorin Air. There will be a bit of a waffle on this one, guys. I hope I don't bore you too much. I'm going to give you a little rundown of devices that I've had, what I've moved on to, why I picked this up, who helped me pick this up, and why I believe this not to be just a starter kit, and why I also believe it's good for vapers that are struggling, or for people that are new and wanting to stop smoking, or just for people that are looking for that extra vape, and why. I'll get into that in a second, guys. So, firstly, we'll go over what's in the box. So, you get the Suorin Air, all your good details on the back. You get the device, a 1.2 charge cartridge, a USB cable, a user manual, and a warranty card. So, this is what you'll be faced with. I apologise if it looks a bit dirty, guys. I have been using it. There is still liquid in it, but I still want to show you anyway. So when you take that out, when you first get your device, you will find your battery, and you will also find a pod. In this section here, there is a charging cable and a manual. There's your charging cable. There's your manual. For this device, I don't think a manual's that important, but it will tell you when it wants charging and that, but I will tell you that information anyway, guys. So I'll just put all this away. In fact, I'll chuck it over here and I'll put it away later, so as not to bore you. So we'll move all this shit out of the way. Right, so you have your battery section. You have a on and off switch. It is designed by Blue Mat Technology and assembled in China. And in there you will have your two battery connections and the strip which will make contact with the pod. This is your pod section. There, if you can just make that out, if it'll zoom in, there is your mouthpiece where you suck on this corner. And then to fill your pod, you just take out this little rubber bung, which stays because it is plugged in there. You pull that back, you fill up in that section. I don't think, or you might just be able to see the liquid. I'll tell you what, guys. We'll just shine that light through. You can see there's the level of the liquid. You can fill this all the way up. And it only fills up this section of the pod. Your wick and coiling material is in the base. So, once you've filled that up, I'd leave your pod for about 10 minutes to sit, let your wick up, but as I said, my liquid were already in there. And it is just that simple, guys. It literally just clicks in, and that's you done. You then turn on your device, and then just take a pull off the corner. It does have a 10-second cut-off. As you see, the cloud production isn't very big. In there at the minute, I do have a grape menthol mixed with nicotine salts. Great little stealthy vape, guys, if you're wanting a stealthy vape. So you can, I'm not saying I agree with vaping in place that you shouldn't, but if there's somewhere where if you really do need that cig, or you need to vape, this is very stealthy. Also, it's very considerate for other people. So if you're out and about, you're not blowing big, large clouds. It's a nice, small cloud. So it has its uses for that purposes. So, right, little backstory to then get onto why I bought this, guys. I first ever started vaping, and I tried to use one of the cheap sticks, which I didn't get on with. I don't know why, it just wasn't my thing. For most people, it is. I then moved on to this, which is the Jomotech Lite. And I started vaping using this with a basic tank on top. I do believe it still works. I've just not used it in a long time. And that was my vape when I first stopped well, not first stopped, when I actually stopped and quit for good, which was around 2 years and 4 months ago. Yay me. So, after that device, I then moved on to something bigger. I had the GX350, which I no longer have. I also had the Alien, which I no longer have. The Alien broke, the GX350 I got rid of. I then moved on to another device, the Vapor Drag. I then moved on and decided to buy some other things, and I tried the Ram Squonker when I first moved on to an RDA. At this point, I was getting a little bit braver, decided I wanted to start building, and went for this sort of situation. You see the wire at the back, put your battery in, you squonk, and then this will do your fire. And then I moved on to other devices and started buying stuff. Well, I had things given, like the Moonbox, the Limitless, and so on and so on. I started to collect a lot of things, got a little bit of shiny-itis, started to buy different things. Also bought myself some mechs, some really nice mechs. I bought the Dreamer, I bought a Sabone, I got the AV Star Wars edition, which I've got to show you guys. We've seen this before, I really do like this. Has a little accident now and you can see it shining through now underneath. And it has the Skywalker RDA on it. I think that's kind of neat. But anyway, we're losing track. So anyway, I had that long, different list of variety of items, which I enjoyed vaping, and I seemed to get satisfaction from. Similarly, I started vaping 0mg and did for a long time. Don't think I was ready. I really don't. But I did find a lot of nicotine to be very scratchy and give me a sore throat. Didn't like it. Wasn't really getting on with it at all. So I was vaping 0mg, started doing my reviews. Everything was fine. I'd say 3 to possibly 4 weeks ago, about a month ago, I was really struggling. Wasn't sure what to do. I do know another YouTuber called the Vaping Sloth, who you have seen on this channel. He already had one of these and said, I wouldn't be disappointed. Get one of these, chuck some nicotine in it, good to go. So I ordered one on his recommendation, just because I thought anything's going to help me not smoke is going to be a bonus. Because I really did want to smoke, guys. I felt like relapsing. After a long 2 years and change, I really wanted to smoke. And I'm not ashamed to say it. It's what it is. Life became an issue. So I bought this on his recommendation on the Vaping Sloth. And then I started speaking to Dan Rickard, Mr. Subjective, over on the group that I've been mentioning for quite some time now, and I will keep mentioning it because I think his group is fantastic to help people stop smoking. Or for like me, I was a vapor. I've been vaping for a long time, and I was just mentioned I was struggling, and on a live he said, are you struggling? And I said, yeah, I am. He said, there's no shame in that. What I would suggest to you is some Nic salts. Now, I will show you. I have a bottle here. It's just a standard Nic shot. But it is Nic salts, and it's Nic the juice, and this is a Nic salt shot, and it is an 18mg, and you put this into your 50mg short fill, and you'll get your 3mg. So on and so forth. If you do 100ml juice, then you'd want 2. If you want 6mg, obviously you double up. And I mixed just 1 bottle of that in with my liquid, which I do believe I've got up here somewhere. Yep, this is what's in my Suorin. This is the Grape Ice by Nova Juice. As you can see, I've hardly used any, and I have been smashing this for the last 4 weeks, guys. This little tiny little pod only holds 1.2ml of liquid, so you really do find you don't go through that much. Anyway, I chucked a Nic salt in here, give it a little shake, well, quite a big shake, left it, come back to it next day, filled up my Suorin. After I filled up my Suorin, I went to take a vape. I think I took 3, 4 vapes. And I got nicotine rush. I could feel that nicotine. At that point, I put it down. I felt good. Didn't want a cig. For the last 4 weeks, guys, even though I've been vaping on a RDA dripper, I've also been vaping Sabone. But I have keep going back to this, guys. This is my all day that I carry around with me with a few other devices. But this is the one that when I want a cig, I put in my mouth to stop me wanting that cig, and it has worked. I'm not saying it's definitely going to work for you. Everything is by everybody's taste and subjective. But I do believe that this stopped me smoking. So I now want to do a public thank you to Dan Rickard and the Vaping Sloth for helping me find this device. That's why I recommend it, guys. That's why I wanted to review it. It won't be a second. I do believe my camera's going to go off, so I'll be back in a sec. Guys, I'm back. I'm not going to waffle on too much because this is about the end of the video where I want it to be. But yeah, that's my review on the Suorin, guys. It's so easy. The pod switch in and out. I do believe you can get the Suorin Air over on greyhaze.com. I will leave a link in the description to greyhaze.com. And if you use the code SLOTH15, which is kindly been provided by Mr. Sloth himself, if you use SLOTH15, you'll get 15% off. So basically, it's like your postage is free. I believe they're around £18 to £20. And mate, honestly, guys, it's a lifesaver. This has stopped me having cigs. And if for that price, I'm now not going to have a cig, what's a pack of cigs now? £10? Within 2 days, you made your money back. I do believe this is a good device for people stopping. I do think they'll feel a bit silly at first sucking on the corner, but they will get used to it because it's not a pen style. But if you suck on the corner, it is a good vape. It satisfies my nicotine. It means that I then don't want a cig, so I think it's a good purchase. I think for anyone who's stopping smoking, I think anyone who's wanting to try and stop smoking, or any of you vapers that are already vaping and struggling and wanting the nicotine, this is a fantastic option. Last time I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to go, guys. Thank you very much to Dan Ricard, and thank you very much to Lewis, because this has stopped me smoking, guys. So that was my review on the Suorin Air. It's a very good device, guys. I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description to the Grey Haze where you can go pick it up. And I'll also make sure that I put the discount code SLOTH15 down there so you can go pick it up. So, guys, you know what time it is? That's me done. I will say one last thing before I leave. There is going to be a review on the 16th of May. I know it's a little bit of a time away, where I'm going to show you a variety of starter kits again. I will relook at the Suorin Air. I will have the Priv 1. And I will also have the, I do believe it's the Vapresso Aurora. That's quite an interesting one, guys. It looks a bit like a lighter. These are 3 starter kits slash beginner kits slash people that are wanting some of a smaller vape. And I will show you these guys on the 16th of May and have a little run through of things that are available. So, without further ado, guys, I have been the Vapinvader. Stay off them stinkies. And I'll join you on the vape side.